Okay. Let me put this out there. Why I get upset, why I get frustrated, why I feel stuck under a rock or like I can't do anything. Okay. My soul, and I meditated on this, okay? My soul is seventh dimensional. This world is third dimensional. But many of the star seeds that are being called here now, this is not our first rodeo. We have literally raised the vibration on hundreds of planets before this one. The ones that are coming in now, the ones that have, probably not all of them, because some of them are just coming back from before and they've been on Earth for a while, but a lot of your 80s and 90s children that feel different and have a strong intuition, and I don't know how to explain it. You're wiser than most. You're smarter than most, it would seem. I know I'm not judging and I'm not trying to put anyone on a pedestal or anything, but you're not necessarily book smart, but there's something there, okay? You could be one of what I am. I just happen to be awakened enough to realize it. Um, what frustrates me is that being seventh dimensional, I feel like I'm surrounded by children, and I'm not trying to judge. I'm really not. But I mean, earlier I was upset because I felt like I was being judged. And as a user and not being caring enough. And for me, that really rips at me because I have spent my life trying to help people, being generous and giving anything I had. If someone else needed it, I don't consider material possessions important to me at all. So I kind of just like, here you go. And the same with money. Here you go. that's that's how I am. So to be in a place where I'm living with people that, and I don't want to say anything. Ultimately, I live with my mom, yes, but it's not just us here, and it's not our land at all. We're staying on someone else's land. And I understand that I'm taking a breather. I've been taking a breather. I haven't been working near as hard as I'm used to working. But there's things about Rush people just do not understand. First of all, I am tired. My soul, it doesn't seem possible, but in this body, it makes this body feel old and it makes me feel tired, especially as I start to remember things. Especially since I know I've been raising vibrations on planets since my first incarnation. That's what this soul was for. I have been working for the Galactic Federation of Light, Planetary Liberation Organization, whatever you want to call it, since my very first incarnation. It's just something I wanted to do. I wanted to be a light worker throughout all my lives to help keep balance. Now, I don't know how many that's true for, but it's extremely true for me. So that's what I've been doing. Earth is not my first rodeo, even though Rush does not know all of this stuff. I get direct feed from my higher self or my seventh dimensional self, if that makes any sense to anybody. I'm sure it makes sense to somebody. But, and those people with direct feed, it's special. And it's there for a reason. And I don't want to pat myself on the back, but I need to remember this stuff. And the people that judge me on how I am, They don't fully understand me. And that's fine because I don't fully understand people. People to me are like a bunch of kids that think they know, but they don't. And I realize as I sit here and I'm only 29 years old, it seems like I think I know, but I don't. I know I don't know everything. As a matter of fact, for this third dimensional planet, I hardly know anything. I dropped out in 8th grade. I really didn't do it to drop out. I didn't want to drop out. I was avoiding other life issues, so I moved to Texas when I was 15. But as a result from that move, I didn't bother going back to school. So 8th grade was my last grade. And I did get my GED when I was 18, but it was a fluke that I even got it because I took my husband at the time to Job Corps. But apparently the high school equivalency diploma is easy enough that an 8th grade education can pass it. Either that or I was smarter than I expected. And I did make good grades when I did go to school, so I'm not stupid. I just didn't bother getting into education and getting. It's hard to explain. With direct feed from a 7th dimensional being self, you realize that the illusion that is society, that is how this world is ran, is not important at all. Okay, you come into this world with nothing, you leave it with nothing. So what do you fight for? Ultimately, nothing. But what I fight for cannot be seen. It can only be felt. And it's something that you can carry with you. It's not material, but it grows your soul. And that is the most important thing. Now, since this is not my first rodeo, and I have helped to liberate many a planets from their slowed down vibrations, I need to tell you this. Earth is the slowest vibration I've ever had to deal with, so it is racking my nerves. Earth has been so bogged down with negativity, it's ridiculous. But guys, girls, everybody, Gaia has a beautiful destiny, and she's a beautiful planet. And it's part of my job to show people how to come to that destiny and how to raise the vibrations and literally create heaven on earth. I decided, it's a difficult decision, but I know for a fact that my higher self, made the choice before I incarnated here not to leave. I was shown the most likely way that I would die so that I would avoid it. And by the time I finally get up the guts to drive, because I don't drive, but by the time I finally get up the guts to drive and get a license or whatever, I will know how to keep myself alive. But I made the choice to stay on earth and ascend in the flesh instead of dying to ascend. I made the choice to stay here and help raise vibrations of earth and then enjoy its heavenly essence. This is my last rodeo, not my first. I have helped ascend many planets, and I'm a very tired old soul. And after I'm done with this, I just want to kick back and let my soul be joy and be in peace. This is what people don't understand about me specifically, and why I can get so emotional, and why I think I'm being held back and I don't have my freedoms. I've been in so many planets where people are spiritually abused and held back from who they are. I have liberated so many planets from this. Helped liberate, excuse me. It was not just me. But I've been doing this so long. It's starting to leave some spiritual scars. And while the spirit cannot be harmed, it gets to ego because it's there. The memories are there. And when it's repeated on your ego, when it's repeated on your human self, it hurts. It hurts deeply. I hope that made any kind of sense. I'm not a stupid kid. I'm not a crazy person. I'm literally somebody that came to help despite all the odds against me. I came with others. I'm not the only one. But I came to help. Earth is the most difficult task. Because people are so far from their original unity, they don't even see it anymore. And that in itself is enough to make me cry. It makes it seem like I put myself on a task that's damn near impossible. But it's a good thing I believe anything is possible. And I hold true to that. I would like to say that I know people that believe in the all. They believe that all is the source. And that's true. Source is all, and all is source. So don't judge. The only reason people are so negative and people are so ignorant in their own ways is because they're disconnected from source in one way or another. A lot of times they'll be blinded by belief. You don't have to have a religion. You just have to have a heart. And you have to know how to use it. It's not that hard. Following your heart is not hard. It is at first if you're used to being scared, if you're stuck in fear in any way. Fear is what separates you from the unity of love. It's very simple. It is very, very simple. At its basis, it's so simple. Love is source. Fear is not. That is separation. Unity and separation. Positivity brings you closer to unity. Negativity takes you into separation. That's the easiest way to look at it. We are all one. And in the beginning, we were that very same energy before we separated off to create this illusion to have these experiences. We were the same. This is basically like a giant game to pass the time. We're not really human. We're spirit in human form. This very flesh that I have is energy slowed down enough to seem solid. But if you look at it on a microscopic level, There's more empty space than there is solid matter. Quantum physics. Just get into quantum physics, and there's scientific proof for what I'm telling you. I'm not trying to be a smartass. I'm not trying to say I know everything. But I know in my heart, I know what we need to know right now. I don't know hardly anything about politics anymore. I haven't bothered to keep up with anything in the entertainment industry in years. Because it's not important. It's a distraction meant to keep you from truth. And what bothers me is that I've been doing this for so long. My soul has been doing this literally since its separation from unity in the first place. So yeah, that's why at such a young age I have this kind of wisdom and I talk like a spiritual teacher. Because I have been a spiritual teacher throughout all of my lives. I could have probably been born in any family and still had this wisdom. But this was the group I came with. This is my soul family, and these are the people that came to help me, that came to be helped by me, to work together. This is kind of a rant, but a kind rant. I am spontaneous, but because I'm an old soul. And in my own way, I see the future. But I don't see the future. I feel it. Somebody understands that out there. I know they do. So like I met somebody and we have a lot in common, and not this stuff that I know of, but he's a good person. And I don't know how to explain that one, but it felt right. Really right. It felt more right than I've ever felt in this life. So if we never see each other again, thank you for last night. Because I had a lot of fun. And that's rare for me. I am a positive person. But again, it's not my first rodeo. I've put my soul through a lot. And since Earth is an even slower vibration than I'm used to, it's even more difficult for me. So the more source comes through as my own thought, the harder it is for me to deal with physical reality. I remain kind, but I get sad. I get depressed, and I feel stuck. I don't want to leave. I know I made the choice to stay and help. I just wish my job was easier. I know some people probably think I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but if only you were me and you understood what I go through. I am kind of having a lazy streak right now. Yes, I should be out there working more. But I finally had a time where I didn't have a set schedule. I have to be here doing this, doing that, and that. And I finally don't have people that are coming up to me with their hands held out, so it's like I just want to kick back for a minute. I have no idea how many lives I've been working so hard. Not even just this one. But I get it. You like the illusion? Actually, the person that, I won't even say that, but there are people, and I was one of them for a little while. But the person that was upset with me, or that I was told was upset with me, I should say, and it's a true point, works a job every day that she doesn't like because she has to, because she's supposed to, so she can pay the bills. I understand that. And for the last 14 years, 13, because I quit last year, that was me. I worked so hard to earn all this money, and then I gave it to everybody else and helped everybody else. I didn't even keep it. I paid bills. I didn't get to hardly see a red cent to myself. I get it. I understand it. And that's no way to live. That's playing their game, and I'm sick of playing their game. Coincidentally, I am thinking about getting a part-time job so I can get better equipment to do YouTube videos, but you don't have to let your job take over your life. That's my point. It's your life. Live it. Be it. Don't be stuck in the illusion. I get it. You have things to pay. You have things to do. I've heard it said before that you would up and move. You have every right. That's your choice. I know the world makes it seem difficult. And I'm not even just talking to that one person anymore. I'm talking to everybody. I know the system makes it seem difficult. But as long as you're not hurting anybody and you're not hurting yourself and you're not putting anyone in danger, live your life and be happy. I'm at a crossroads right now. I don't know what my happiness is. I don't know what I want. See, I spent all of my lives just trying to help and teach. And in my earlier lives, I was ignorant, and I didn't know a whole lot. To be honest with you, I don't even know what I was like. But I want to know what I would enjoy now. In my positives, learning so much. What would I really enjoy? Who am I really? Because I have no idea. I can't even make a simple choice. I don't know who I am. Other than someone that's here to help. That's the only thing I get. That's the only thing I know. And what hurts the worst is that people don't accept my help. And here they do. And that's great. And I love y'all so much. And I'm sorry. It comes from the heart, so I am very emotional. I'm not sad, it's just pouring out, I guess. I was sad earlier. It does sadden me that I don't know what I want besides to teach and to help. I want this world to be what it's meant to be. So much within every fiber of my being. But people have to let go of the old before they can embrace the new. And telling me that I need to re-embrace the old serves to pull me back down into it. And while it makes sense for the third dimension, it does not make sense in my seventh dimension. And right now I'm just trying to bring us to the fifth. Gaia is already there. Once we agree to join her, it will be bliss. We just need to agree. We just need to realize we're spirit beings first. This is an illusion. We started off as one. It's easy to judge people. For most. For me, it's not. For me, it's easy to see who they really are. And for that guy last night, that's why I'm so forward with you. Once I'm with a person, and I just need a couple of minutes. I see your soul. I know who you are. Through and through. And you're a great guy, by the way. That's why I was so forward. It's hard for me to judge people because I see the beauty that is within. It has gotten me into trouble before. Kind of. I mean, it got me into relationships that ended. Not really trouble. But I saw that it was meant to be for peace. Soul contracted. It's okay. I wasn't hurt. That was meant to happen so that I could become who I am today and they could be who they are today. Or who they will become later, once it clicks. Or who I'll be later, once it clicks. Everyone comes in your life to teach you a lesson and to learn a lesson from you. But they don't come to be judged. And they don't come to judge. That's a choice on ego's behalf. Only ego judges. The soul does not judge. The soul recognizes itself in someone else. Guess that's it for Rush's rant today. I love y'all. Namaste.